Hey, what's up? This is Tay Diggs, and you are watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly digest of all the cool theater happenings. Or as we like to think of it, those of us who can admit that the one perk of HBO canceling looking is that some of our favorite boys have been able to come back to Broadway. But more on that in a little bit. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Imogen?
Sarah Bareilles will serve up Waitress on Broadway this spring. There's no official word yet on casting, but a slew of mainstem faves are currently cooking up a storm in the new tuna at Boston's American Repertory Theatre, including Tony winner Jessie Mueller, Keala Settle, Gianna De Waal, and Joe Tippett. Directed by Tony winner Diane Paulus, the show will open its doors at the Brooks Atkinson Theatre in March and officially open in April, with precise dates to be confirmed.
Who's going to New Jersey in October? We're going to New Jersey in October. I mean, how could we not? Paper Mill Playhouse has assembled a stellar group of stars to lead the new musical, The Bandstand, which starts performances on October 8th. Laura Osnes, Corey Cott, and Tony Award winner Beth Level have all signed on for the new show, which is set in the 1930s world of the big bands, not the 1950s world of American Bandstand. With an original score by Richard Oberacker and Robert Taylor, The Bandstand features direction and choreography by Hamilton's Andy Blankenbuehler. Will the musical swing right into Broadway this season, pitting Blankenbuehler's two shows up against each other for the Tony Awards? With a cast this good, anything's possible.
In the good old days, stars of Broadway shows went on tour after appearing on The Great White Way. Well, the good old days are back. The original stars of If Then are hitting the road. The Shawns, James Snyder, and Anthony Rapp are reuniting with leading lady Idina Menzel to kick off the If Then tour in Denver on October 13th. The Fab Four will then star in the Tom Kidd Brian Yorkie musical in Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, Tempe, and Costa Mesa. Happy days are here again, especially if you live on the West Coast.
Dear Evan Hansen, the new musical that opened to stellar reviews earlier this month at Washington, D.C.'s Arena Stage, is moving to the Big Apple. Second Stage Theater announced at the show, with a score by Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, and a book by Stephen Levinson, will make its off-Broadway debut next spring. Directed by Michael Greif, the tuner follows a shy teenager, played by Ben Platt, who's at the center of a misunderstanding about his relationship to a troubled classmate. Official dates and cast members for the New York production haven't been announced yet, but we hope Platt, Rachel Bay Jones, and the others will all reprise their roles.
Ready for a great big casting update? Set, go! Looking's Russell Tovey, along with Richard Hansel, will appear in A View from the Bridge on Broadway this fall. Also treading the boards over the next few months will be Emmy winner Tom Pelphrey and Tony nominee Gordon Joseph Weiss in MTC's Fool for Love. Tony nominee Tony Sheldon has joined the cast of Amelie at Berkeley Rep and will begin previews any minute alongside Samantha Barks. And last but by no means least, Grammy winner Neo, Oscar and Grammy winner Common, and movie musical alum Elijah Kelly will ease on down the road as Tin Man, The Gatekeeper, and Scarecrow respectively in NBC's The Wiz Live this December. Phew.
Thumbs up to Disney Animation Studios for continuing to cruise the streets of Broadway for their newest musical projects. It was announced at the studio's D23 Expo that Lin-Manuel Miranda has written a score with Lion King arranger Mark Mancina for Moana, about a princess adventurer who sets out to sea on a daring mission. Expect it in theaters next year. Meanwhile, Frozen Oscar winners Robert Lopez and Kirsten Anderson Lopez have naturally been asked back to bring their magic to another fairy tale. This time it's Jack and the Beanstalk, which is being retold in Gigantic, set for 2018 release. Can't wait for either.
We're stoked about Disney's upcoming projects with the Frozen and Hamilton supernovas, but we're the teensiest bit miffed at the Mouse House for not releasing its new Beauty and the Beast footage. Expo attendees got a secret sneak peek at Bill Condon's live-action reworking of the hit animated musical, starring Emma Watson as Belle and Dan Stevens as the Beast. Jealous yet? Oh, because they also watched a video message featuring Luke Evans and Josh Gad, who play Gaston and LeFou, singing a few bars from the song Gaston. But we'll get a trailer soon, right? Nope. Beauty and the Beast doesn't come out until March 2017. A petal from the rose that is my heart just dried up and fell off.
Hi, I'm Lin-Manuel Miranda, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Our star of the week has big shoes to fill in his next role. scratch that, he has big, ruby red, sequin thigh-high stiletto boots to fill. I'm talking about Wayne Brady, who made a brave and bold choice when he signed on to play Lola in the Tony-winning musical Kinky Boots on Broadway. It takes a daring dude to play the drag diva after Tony winner Billy Porter, who departs the show on November 20th. So here's to you, Wayne. We can't wait to see you voyage to the land of Lola on November 21st. Get ready for a wild ride. You're the star of the week.
It must have been hard to be the bard all this time without having a Sardi's caricature. This week, Something Rotten Tony winner Christian Ball finally received the honour. Check out this hot shot from Broadway.com photo editor Caitlin McNaney, and then see Ball as Shakespeare 8 shows a week at the St James Theatre.
Last week, we asked you to click over to culturelist.com and think about the 36 musicals that have won the Tony for Best Musical, but have not made it to the silver screen yet, which deserve the Hollywood treatment most. I kicked off the list, putting my personal pick, 2010's Memphis, at the top of the heap. Are you listening, Jennifer Hudson and Justin Timberlake? And here's how you all voted. Billy Elliot, Memphis, Avenue Q, Kinky Boots, Thoroughly Modern Millie, A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, In the Heights, Fun Home, Spring Awakening, and in the #1 spot, The Book of Mormon. Thanks for playing. Check back every Friday for a brand new Culture List challenge on Broadway.com.
Our tweet of the week comes from Tony winner Laura Benanti, who writes, "What the f*** is Periscope?" Laura, we hang on your every f***ing tweet and you've never seen us on Periscope every f***ing day at 5 o'clock? Hashtag live at 5? Hello? Did you really have to wait for Adina f***ing Menzel to start f***ing Periscoping before you f***ing looked into it? Also, do you kiss your grandmother with that mouth? You can follow this foul-mouthed social media maven at Laura Benanti.
In last week's SmackDown, we asked you which Lin-Manuel Miranda show you'd most like to see adapted into a movie musical, In the Heights or Hamilton. The results are in, and 69% of you want In the Heights on the big screen ASAP. Luckily, it sounds like a scrappy film version of Heights might not be that far off. This week, as summer is winding down, we've been thinking back on a few of our favorite movies that we saw this season in an effort to beat the heat. And 2 comedies led by 2 of the funniest ladies in Hollywood kept topping our lists. Spy, starring Melissa McCarthy, and Trainwreck, starring Amy Schumer. These 2 women are owning TV and film right now, so we want to know, which star would you love to see make her Broadway debut, McCarthy or Schumer? Tweet your vote to @BroadwayCom with the hashtag #BWaySmackDown and tune in next week to find out the winner.
Thank you for tuning in to another week of the Broadway.com show. We'll leave you with the one and only Leslie Margarita giving a taste of her latest gig, the first Great White Way production of Dames at Sea, which will begin performances at the Helen Hayes Theatre on September the 24th. See you next time.
To that man,